What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let's watch something that's a little bit cringy here. I feel personally it's a little cringy. It is the first video I ever did on this channel. Looking back on it, I don't know. It kind of makes me cringe a bit. It's before I really found myself on YouTube, like in this niche that we do. And it was like the very first video I did. It's the Centerville Pioneer Cemetery in Fremont, California. The actual cemetery that they had built those homes really close to. This was before those homes even went up over there. So let's check it out.
Centerville Pioneer Cemetery.
Okay, here we go. I'm already cringing. When I first started this channel, I wasn't sure how my family and friends and acquaintances would take the fact that I'm doing a cemetery channel. Would they think I'm weird? Would they think, it's strange or whatever? I've gotten over that. I'm to the point now where I can care less what people think about me. And I let family and friends know what I do on here. When I first started this channel, I wasn't sure how people were going to react to it. Now, so what I did was the first few videos for a good while, I never showed myself on camera. And then I tried to disguise my voice so maybe people won't recognize me. God, hilarious. But now I don't care who knows what. It doesn't matter to me, but yeah, for a while there, I was just a voice behind a camera. Go back to the beginning and kind of start going up the videos there for a while. Just a voice. I never really showed myself for a little while.
There's a lot of people that were buried in here in the early to mid 1800s and early to mid 1900s. This is an old historic cemetery.
In the back over there, where you see the green, temporary fence, they hadn't started building those homes yet, but I think they had started prepping the land for it, because you see the background there. There's the green temporary construction fence they have over there.
Some of these headstones are so old, the writing is almost rubbed off of them. Some of these headstones are so old they've fallen over and cracked.
Or, as I later found out, because it wasn't really in my brain yet, because this was my first video, I was brand new, they didn't just fall over. They were most likely vandalized. I mean, what the hell's up with my heavy breathing? I sound like a obscene phone caller.
Looks like in recent years there's been bricks placed down in memory of certain people here that have died in recent years. There's another headstone that fell, probably just due to age.
Now, where those bricks were, they had that little mini chapel. I had heard that there's actually cremated remains inside that mini chapel. where those bricks were. I didn't show the chapel too much. I don't know why I didn't, because it was cool and unique. But that little mini chapel, that's what I found out later on.
What I've noticed about people who are buried here, some of them died old, but a lot of them, shockingly, died very young, is what I've noticed. Back in the 1800s, people were dying young of, I'm sure, different diseases and everything else. But I've noticed that some of the ages were like 19 years of age. They had passed. We got a captain buried right here. Like I said, some of these stones are just so old. It's like you can see where there's writing on them, but you really just can't make it out. Gray stone right here looks like it's newer, like maybe it was replaced in recent years. And then there's this headstone right here. It looks like it's sinking into the ground, or it sank into the ground. And some of these are just overrun with leaves and plant life. Doesn't seem like...
On that last video I did about the update of the homes I did, a few weeks back, someone had, in my comments I think it was, told me that as a condition of the home construction going on next door, they had to clean up the cemetery as well, which they did. My last video a few weeks back, if you remember, there were a lot of bags there full of like trimmings and stuff. So they had gone in there to clean up the cemetery too. And someone had told me, like I said, it was a condition of the construction. I think the construction company had to foot the bill for that or something. But there you go.
The city of Fremont keeps it up too well as far as the landscaping goes. There's certain graves that are really overdrawn with branches or leaves or whatever. Interesting.
This is a trip. It's back before, like I said, this is like when I was still trying to find myself in this cemetery niche. You know, I was just showing stones and stuff and walking around. I wasn't even reading really the stones yet out loud or anything. You know, as I did more videos, people would comment and give me feedback and let me know what they want to see. And like reading the headstones was one of them. And later on I started incorporating, when I find out about people, I might Google search or find a grave search somebody, find out like what their story was, what they did in their life. And I started after a while to start telling stories on people when I would find out information about them.
There's a construction site over here. They're building homes and apartments around here. As you can see in the background, there's apartments all around this place. That one. One of these people died at age 19. It's incredible, but I know there's a broken stone right there that fell over. Like I said, I know a lot of these people, you know, back in the day, there were horrible diseases and things people were dying of, and I'm sure the medical aspect of it wasn't what it is today. So some of these people were extremely young. Wow. This has got a little gate around it, rusted little gate. Some of these people died in Oakland, San Francisco, and some even here locally in Fremont. Huh. Interesting. Some of these people were buried here in the 70s too. Some of these people were...
Yeah, I found out later on about a lot of those old cemeteries that you could be buried in those. A lot of them you can't go in and buy a plot. It's basically set up like if members of your family are already in these pioneer cemeteries and there's room in the plot, you can make arrangements to be put in there too, but it has to be done ahead of time and through the family. Like I said, you just can't go in and buy a plot, in these things anymore. That's usually, typically, I was told, how those old pioneer type cemeteries work.
Fairly recent. Not super recent, but more recent than I had realized. Interesting. Like I said, a lot of these stones look like they have sunk into the ground a little bit. Hear the crows. Yeah.
As you guys know, the crows are a reoccurring theme in a lot of my videos. It's like they seem to follow me and they seem to talk to me all the time. It's funny. Like that one time at Cypress Lawn.
These stones are failed. Well, maybe the stones were supposed to be down because it looks like some of them are embedded in some kind of concrete foundation. So maybe some of these stones were meant to be face down or down on their backs. Oh, there's a squirrel. There's a last name of 𝕭𝖊𝖏 on these stones. And there's a street here in Fremont named 𝕭𝖏𝑊. I wonder, named after some of these people in here. This whole family, looks like it's all 𝕭𝖏𝑊. One of the main streets in Fremont is called 𝕭𝑏𝑊. Probably has a connection, I'm sure. These are some old school peeps. There's some graves under the tree over here by itself. Interesting. $18.99, 1856. Whoa, man. That one is old. there's a lot of branches that have fallen. Like I said, the landscaping is not what it should be for a cemetery. I guess the city doesn't really do a whole lot to keep it up, unfortunately. This is some history in here, I'm sure. You know, some of these people, some of these names I've heard before. Some of these names are people named after, you know, some streets were named after some of these people, it seems like. So they should do more to upkeep this historic spot. I mean, that's very old. Very small, but very old. They should do a little bit more to, I feel, to keep up with the history part of it and keep it more well-groomed than it is. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoy what I do here, hit the subscribe button. That way you can be notified of my future endeavors. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And that's all I have to say right now. Bones out.
Okay, bones out. Okay, like I said before, I was trying to remain anonymous in the beginning of this channel. And I wasn't even using my real name, so I gave myself the name, for a short period of time, the name of Bones. God. Cringe. To be, it's a first video, but I still feel that it's a little cringy. Just, I don't know, little things that I said or did in this video. But who knows? Maybe I'm still that cringy. Who knows? It depends on who you ask, I guess. But guys, thank you all so much for watching this video, walking down memory lane with me poking fun at myself a bit. So if you dig this video, give it a thumbs up and share it, and subscribe if you already haven't. And we will talk to you later.